Hello, fam. We are in Arecibo, Puerto Rico at our Airbnb. And Kenny wanted me to show you guys a little bit about some of the vegetables that we grow here in Puerto Rico. And if you find it back home, you could definitely add it to the repertoire of food purchases that you make.
Healthy food options.
Yes. So, I guess I'll put my phone down here. So this first one this is horrible. All right. So the one I'm gonna talk about today is a yuca. This is what it looks like. You have small ones, little ones. If you get it from a good farmer, you might have them really thick. But on average, this is about the size that they come.
In the grocery store, you find them in the produce area.
Yeah, the produce section. You could also find it in the frozen food section. They'll have them in bags already peeled and cut, and you could either fry them or boil them. So basically with this, as I'm feeling it, I hope it's good. It doesn't feel really soft. You want it to feel tough. You don't want it to feel soft. If you press it and it feels soft, it's going bad. Right now it's a little sticky just from the stuff coming off of it. But basically what you want to do first is peel the cassava. And what I do is I cut off the ends. That's what it looks like. And actually this one here is it feels really soft and spongy. So this isn't good. If I go further, now you'll start seeing where you want it to look white, like really dark white in there. So this one, I'm not, I wouldn't eat this. So if I keep cutting, just so I can see, it's starting to look better, but as you can see, the whole thing is bad. So, but for purposes of showing you how to peel this, what you would do is you cut off the end and then you cut off the other end. And you could either do it all at once, but I sometimes just cut it down the middle. Look, this is what it should look like, the whole thing. So if it's like this, don't eat it, throw it out, it's bad. All of this is bad. So I'm not gonna use this, but again, I'm gonna show you guys how to peel it. So you could put it in little sections like this, and what I do is, I don't know if you could notice, but there's like a little layer of skin on the outside that you could start pulling off. However, what I like to do is I just take the knife and kind of create like a little crease with it down a few millimeters, because it's not that thick, and then use this same knife to peel off the skin, kind of how we would do, what would we do like this? A plantain. So you take that and then it kind of just starts coming right off. So don't let the bark-like material, because it feels like a bark, because it's a root, so it's tough. So it kind of just comes right off. You can hear that crunch. When you hear that crunch, you can tell it's really good. If it kind of is gummy or like spongy, then it's not that good. And you could keep using your knife to kind of separate that skin layer from the actual. There you go. So like I said, I'm not going to eat this, but normally what you could do is I would slice it in half. And this is what it looks like, of course, minus this bad part. And on the middle, there's like this little, like a tough little vein that runs right through the middle of the yuca. And when you eat it, you don't want to eat that, and you're not going to be able to, because it's going to be really tough and you're not going to want to eat it. But it's, you don't have to take it out right now. Sometimes if I'm cutting and it's already out, I'll take it off. But if not, you could put it in chunks like this and boil it until it's really soft. And you could season it with salt, pepper. Sometimes we make a little sauce with like olive oil, vinegar, onions, garlic, and kind of let that marinate and pour it over it. Another way that you could eat it that is very similar to or not American, but what you think of French fries, is you could just keep cutting this into the size you want. You could actually fry it just like this, or if you want it thinner, you could do it thinner. But for the most part, we just kind of cut it in little chunks like this and fry it. And you would fry it just the same way you would fry a French fry, or even some plantains. And just let it deep fry, and once it cooks, you know, it'll be kind of soft like a potato, like a French fry, but it has a unique taste. But
it's better than French fries.
Yeah, right? Definitely. But yeah, so I'm not going to show you the finished product because I'm not cooking this one because it was bad. But just let me see if this one's any good. No, and this one's bad too. So yeah, it was a miss with this one. Like I said, not the whole thing is bad, but we've had it here for a few days, but who knows how long it was at wherever it was at. Yeah, so this one wasn't completely bad, but that was that.
Cassava Yuca. Next time you're at the store, just grab one and then share your video. Who's next with the health food challenge? Who's next?
Well, that wasn't like a challenge. That's a hot mess.
Instructional video. Peace.
All right, bye.